Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm out on another walk on a very, very lovely and beautiful, somewhat misty morning in Sussex. I'm just above Steyning. In fact, Steyning Bowl on the South Downs is just over there, and the aim is to walk around a bit down towards it to get a bit of a view. And I've parked my van just off in the background there. I don't know if you can see it. Hang on, there it is. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a bit of a stroll today, take the camera up, see what views we've got, see if we can get some nice images as well at the same time, and enjoy the landscape. It's January and it's very still. We've had remarkable weather recently, actually. We've had rain, we've had wind, windy days, and now we've got a beautiful sunny morning, and just very, very cold. One of the things I want to do is to start looking and thinking about the seasons as we go through them this year, and so we'll probably address some of that as well. There's a fair bit of frost on the ground as I make my way up this rather lovely chalky hill above Steyning in West Sussex, looking back across the amazing views. And I absolutely love it when there's mist, layers of different strata of mist giving the view different viewpoints. And that's the thing about, you can revisit so many places at so many different times of year, and you'll see everything in a different way. It's just staggering. And as the sun gets up, it's going to burn off the mist, and the landscape would just continue to look spectacular and yet different. There's a crunch on my feet as I go over the very frosted grass here. And I apologise if the camera is a little wobbly as I try and navigate up the path here on this very crisp morning. One of the things I saw a shepherd's four-wheel drive vehicle, I don't know what it is, with a trailer which presumably had some feed for sheep, I'm guessing, as I was parking up. And it made me think about the old days of the shepherds and how they would be out amongst their flock, living in their little shepherd's huts. And they would stand. When you read some of the old texts of old books, it seems they would stand for hours and just watch, just keep an eye on their flock, which is a remarkable skill, in their smocks, in their old-fashioned smocks, contemplating. People don't do that anymore. They don't stand very still for any length of time and contemplate, but also in all weathers, and put up with all of that. Very hardy men they must have been. Very fit too, I'd imagine. a little bit about what goes on in winter and January in particular. And of course, one of the things is the grass is sort of doing not very much. But if you get a long period of warm sunshine, apparently that's not very good for grass, because it'll think that it's spring and it'll start growing again, and then the cold can do damage to it, I believe. But one plant that does start to sort of forage out and start to grow, of course, is the snowdrops sometime in January. So we're going to have to be on the lookout for snowdrops soon. It'll be lovely to spot them in the countryside. And animals, of course, have gone into hibernation over the winter period, and one of those is the old dormouse. I do love the dormouse, although I don't think I've ever actually seen one. And they get their name, I think it's Latin, I'm not sure what it is, dorma or something, but it means to sleep, dormant, and I suppose they are dormant. And again, you don't want animals waking up too early and then the frost comes down and takes them out. So let's hope that we have a little bit more of a stable year with the weather this year. There's a bunch of carnations here that's been thrust into this hawthorn bush, and you can't help thinking there's a story there. Somebody, perhaps, I don't know, I'm thinking aloud here, bought themselves for their lover, or rather bought their lover a bunch of flowers, and perhaps was rejected and in a fit of anger threw them in the hedge. Or a lady was given the bunch of flowers by somebody who she didn't appreciate and has taken them and perhaps made some general sort of, oh, thanks very much, that's very kind of you sort of things, but actually behind his back the suitor didn't know. Straight into the hedge. How interesting. Back out into the sunshine now, which is rather lovely. Good to get a bit of warmth on the body. I've walked effectively round, basically in a very small circle, around the van, really, I suppose, and I'm now approaching Steyning Bowl, and we'll try and get some views of that before I finish off today. No sign of any sheep. I don't know if the sheep are inside at this point. Over that way, you can't really see, but Combe Farm, renowned for their sheep and their lambing in the spring, although of course that had to be curtailed the last couple of years, certainly last year because of the COVID, and I think the year before they had to stop it for some reason. I can't remember exactly why. And then the year before that, Julia and I went down there. I'll try and link to it actually. You might find that interesting. It's warming up. It's amazing. Walking does warm you up very much, and I think the one thing that this lockdown has done is got people outside and walking, which is very good for you, of course, and people should do more of it. I like the winter for that very reason, that it gives you a different challenge, doesn't it? You get out, it's cold in the morning, unless you've got heating in your house, which I haven't, not central heating. It's cold and it makes you think, right, okay, I'm able-bodied, I must do something, get the blood circulating, do some exercise. Just a walk. It really invigorates you, it really does. It's beautiful scenery here, absolutely beautiful, with the layers of the hills. It's just stunning, and the mist, of course. Just to my right, over my right shoulder, is Sisberry Ring. It's lovely to see it from a different angle for a change. Often you see it from the west when I'm on the A24, or I guess further down off the A27, I suppose. But seeing it here, oh, I should have mentioned before that the bit that I was on before is called Peppercombe Down. Peppercombe Down, beautiful name. I love that. I've done my encircling, so I'm on a pathway now that hopefully is going to lead me back to my van. It's a bit of a quickish walk today, just to come out and just get that early frosty morn. It's been just delightful. The ground is softening up now as the sun hits on it. It doesn't take long, but what I love about the Downs, it being chalk, of course, chalk is quite porous, and it is like a sponge. It holds the water, so when it rains it holds that water, and then it releases it slowly, which is why when it is a bit raining and horrible, you can come up on the Downs and there's very few puddles and things, and also of course we don't get the cascading streams coming down that you might in Shropshire, for example, where that's more volcanic rock, very hard and non-porous at all. And so I have returned to the van. There it is. Marvellous. Well, it's been a fantastic, lovely morning walk. It feels like it should have been sort of, I don't know, 6, 7 in the morning, but actually it was later than that. It was sort of between 9 and 10:30, something like that. I haven't actually looked at my phone, but it's just the colours, you know, the sun, the sun, it just makes you feel it's much earlier than it is. Of course, we've still got short days, but they will get longer. Here it is, the old van, the Black Maria, the Vobes. Haven't really yet decided what I'm going to call it, but there it is anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video, this walk. Do get out in the countryside if you can, for your own peace of mind. But in the meantime, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.